So today I got a special vehicle for you. So for the first time ever, the Sequoia has a 1794 version. This is not a package, this is a physical trim level, guys, and it's gonna basically mirror what you're seeing on the Tundra. But I'm gonna show you some differences in this vehicle that you're not seeing on the Tundra. So let's dive right in. You're gonna have a honeycomb grille here, just like on your Tundra. You're gonna have your forward-facing camera. So as you look down below, you're gonna see a gloss front fascia here down below. You're gonna have your LED lights, but also in here, you're gonna have your forward-facing sensors. You'll also have your sensors in the back as well. So right over in here on the right and the left-hand side of the car, these are functional air curtains here, guys. So that's gonna change the flow of the air and help you get that better gas mileage on your Sequoia. You can expect to get 19 for your city, 22 for your highway, and 20 combined with this particular engine on the Sequoia, which is your only engine available. Under the hood of the Sequoia, you're gonna find a twin-turbo V6 I-Force Max engine that's going to produce a whopping 437 horsepower at 5,200 RPMs with 583 pound-feet of torque at 2,400 RPMs. And of course, it is a hybrid, which is why you're seeing those orange lines there. So you don't see a battery up front, right? So we're going to take this fuse panel cover off right here, and there's your jump right there. So you're going to pull this up right here. You're going to basically put your hot lead on this right here. You're going to find a ground, and you're going to put your ground on that as well, and that's how you're going to jump this vehicle here. So this is a hybrid max. It does have a battery, and that battery, since 2020, Toyota has basically upped the warranty on the battery from the previous 8-year, 100,000 miles to 10 years, 150,000 miles on the car. So previously on Toyotas, your warranty on the batteries previous to 2020, your warranty on the hybrid battery was a 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty. Now since 2020, they've upped that to 10-year or 150,000, whichever comes first, 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty on the system itself. Now, looking under the hood here, of course, you're gonna have your sound dampening material. That's gonna keep that engine bay nice and quiet and keep it out of the cabin of the vehicle here. Looking to the left and right of the vehicle here, in the wheel wells, guys, that is your functional air curtains here that I mentioned before. So if you look around here, it goes right through, and it basically channels that air over the wheels, and that's gonna help you get that better gas mileage. Now, looking at the rims here, these are the 20-inch rims that you're gonna see on the 1794 in the Tundra as well. Around the fender flares here, no matte black, you're gonna have more of a sort of a metallic gray sort of finish there, real sort of classy finish for the fender flares there on the 1794 edition. You have your mud guards on the front. You also see those on the back as well. And of course, you're gonna see your classic 1794 badging here, which is the year the ranch was actually founded, guys. So right there in San Antonio, Texas, that's what you're gonna see stamped right there on the 1794, whether or not you look at the Tundra or whether or not you're looking at the Sequoia. Looking at your mirrors here, you're gonna have your sort of a chrome sort of finish on the mirrors here. These are power folding mirrors, and they also have your gloss black on the bottom, as you can see, so it gives it a more of a distinctive sort of look. And you have your integrated turn signals here. Your door handles, those are gonna be in chrome as well, and you have your matte black up top. If you wanna basically open up that door, just grab that handle right there, and it's gonna unlock the vehicle. If you need to lock it, just press this button right here, it's gonna unlock it. And if the battery dies in the car, auxiliary battery, of course, you're gonna take that key out, you're gonna put it right in here, open that up, pop the hood and jump the battery. Now looking around the back here, now while I'm walking here, so this takes regular gas, guys. Because this is a turbo, a twin turbo, it does not require high test gas. It doesn't require like 91 or 93 octane. Just put your regular 87 in there, guys, you'll be fine. You can put 93, but it's not required. So looking around the back, you do have your LED lights around the back. Just like in the front, they are sequential turn signals there, or your hazard lights, which is what's on right now. You have your chrome Sequoia across the back there, so you can add a overlay, which basically will turn that black, guys, but these are chrome right here across the back. You do have your window that pops, which is nice, so just press this button here. That's gonna pop that window for quick loading, so if you need to load in here, that's gonna be nice and quick. But guys, be mindful, anytime you basically open this up, make sure you close it properly. If not, this right here is not gonna open up. So you have to make sure you close it, and that's gonna open that up. That's gonna be a power gate, okay? So looking at the power gate here down below, as I mentioned before, you do have your back sensors. You have those on the front as well, and you have a kick sensor as well. So as long as you have that key on you, you're gonna kick on the right-hand side, right here at this little emblem here, and that's gonna open it up. If you're using that kick sensor on your Sequoia, you may hear a couple of beeps, and basically what those beeps are for is waiting for clearance. So if it senses that you're right there at the gate, guys, what you need to do is step back and then that vehicle will close. So let me show you how that works. So you hear that? Now see, I step back, and now it's gonna close, guys. But that is a sort of a safety feature. So if you look at the Sequoia also, you have your backup camera, which is standard, but you also see a backup camera washer. That's what that is right there. That's a backup camera washer. So I'll show you how to activate that later on. The Sequoia does have a standard towing package. To remove that, there's a couple of clips underneath. Don't pull that off without moving those clips, guys. You will break those clips, and then you have to replace that or just leave it off. So just beware of that. Now, as I mentioned before, this is an iForce Max. So open it up here. Your third row seating is standard, but there's a very unique setup to this vehicle here. Let me show you a trick, guys. So I have 5 different sort of shelves here where I can basically level this out, and basically because it has this little sort of elevated platform here. And that platform serves for you to be able to slide those seats back and forth. So I can pull these seats back and forth on the Sequoia, and they slide individually. But I can also fold those seats right here, and I can fold them individually as well using power. Now, if I take this little platform here, right? Take this little platform. Check this out right here, guys. So now I can put that platform right in here, and that sort of levels that out. So there's your stands right there, right? Those are your 3 stands, and now I can level that out. So if I need the extra sort of space there, I have the extra space that I need. You get about this much space between this piece right here, the end right here, and that platform. That's all you get until you add those stands, and then it adds the extra pieces there. So didn't know if you knew that, guys, but just a little tidbit about your new Sequoia. Now, if I want to basically adjust the height of those this stand right here, I can take this stand and I can basically put it here. I can put it there, and that sort of levels it out where I can level it off with these seats if I want to fold these seats down here. So that's another piece of that. So that's just the backside of the Sequoia, guys. So just a little bit more technical information that you might want to know, but there's a lot of different configurations that you can use for the backside of your Sequoia. So just an FYI. Going to the inside of the Sequoia, so let's pick this back. You have your tethers right here, so you can basically tether things in right here. You have those. You see right here, so if you're in the back, you can adjust those as well, so you can fold those down using that right there. So you don't have to do it from the back tailgate. You can actually do it from the front as well. So you have your adjustment here as well. You have some USB-Cs there. You have some on that side as well. You have your cup holders, as you can see, and then you have your shade covers also, so that you can pull up here. So you can pull those up right there, and you have your shades where you actually hook in right up here. So if you got a little shade in your eyes, you can actually pull those up, and that's going to basically help you out with the sun. So on your Sequoia, you do have a power gate, as I mentioned before, so you can close that gate or you can close it and lock it, okay? So just press that once, it will close it and lock it. You can adjust the height of it as well, guys. So just an FYI. So checking out the inside of the Sequoia. You have your soft touch material here in the doors right here. So sort of hard touch material here. It looks like it might be soft, but that's hard touch material there. Soft touch material there. Of course, you have your wood grain there. And you do have your memory seats here as well. Now, you do have a power adjustment for your steering wheel. So that basically means when you adjust the steering wheel and you set your memory seats here, that's going to adjust the steering wheel as well, guys. So you have your wood grain here as well. I mentioned before, you do have your power folding mirrors here, so you can keep it out all the time. You can basically fold it in, or you can keep it at automatic. That's what the A stands for. So anytime you lock your vehicle, it's automatically going to fold those mirrors, guys. So you have extra space in here. So got some storage here, got some cup holders. Of course, you have a 14 speaker JBL system, okay? You have your light on the back. There's a light on the back, so if you need light back by the tailgate there, so that's what that light is for. You have your automatic high beam lights. That's part of your Toyota safety sense, right? Automatic high beam lights, lane departure, adaptive cruise control, pre-collision, all standard. That's your gas door release. That's going to be your illumination of your dash. Of course, your trip odometer, right? You can go between your trip A and your trip B. You have your safety braking, so that's what that is for, because you have your sensors on the back. Now, this particular model does have your optional power boards here, power running boards. So anytime you open up that door, guys, it's automatically going to come out. You can basically leave them out, okay? You can do automatic, or you can just do off. You can turn it all the way off, and those boards are going to go back underneath, and it's going to slide right underneath. Now, if you want them back out, they're going to come right back out. So, and these are a lot quieter than the ones before. I remember days where we had them on other models, and they were rather noisy, but these are very quiet, guys. You'll be very surprised. So heated steering wheel here, so press that in, It's going to heat up at 9 and 3 here on your steering wheel. And then, of course, you have your inverter back here in the back that I showed you. That's how you energize that. You have your hood release, of course. Now, on the 1794 edition, you will have your traditional saddle tan interior. So that's the way it comes. You have a sort of extender here. So basically, that's extended. So that's kind of like a 10-way adjustment there. So you have that extension there for your legs, so your lower thighs. 8-way adjustment here, and you have your 4-way lumbar as well. So that bladder goes in and out, and it go up and down as well, according to where you need that extra support for your back. Very traditional mats that you're only going to see in the Sequoia, guys. So these are the 1794 mats here. You can replace the mats, but this is what comes in the mat. Of course, you see the rivets there, which is pretty cool. It has a 1794 sort of logo in them there, and you see a 1794 logo there as well. So guys, that's pretty cool. Automatic high beam lights. You have your fog lights here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So there's your fog lights there. So fog lights, you can turn those on and off. You do have your Logic MID screen here, so it's going to give you a lot of different information here. Looking up top, you will have your optional heads-up display. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. That's going to show you your compass, north, south, east, west, and it'll also show you your transmission status, which right now, of course, we're in park, and also your miles that you're traveling, miles per hour that you're traveling as well. So you can change what information that you want to see, but that's an option on this vehicle on the Sequoia. So that is a $600 option for the heads-up display, guys. I mentioned that it had the power running boards before. That is right at just over $1,000, so that is an option as well. Looking at the left-hand side of the steering wheel here, of course, you do have your Bluetooth here. You have your volume adjustment here. You have your voice command. So the voice command, of course, allows you to actually adjust the radio, things like that. On the right-hand side, you're going to see your lane departure here. So that's going to basically activate your lane departure, which activates at 32 miles per hour. And that's going to give you a little nudge of the steering wheel. So if you don't like that, you might want to turn that off. This button right here is going to be your adaptive cruise control or your constant cruise control. One brakes and one doesn't. So you can basically go between that. Just press it whenever you turn it on here, guys. You want to press it and you want to hold it. And that's going to go between your constant and your adaptive. So over on this side here, you do have your rain sensing wipers. If you push it down once, the wipers will pass once. That's going to actually activate your automatic rain sensing wipers. This is going to be your sensor right over here, guys. So once it senses any moisture, those wipers will start when it senses that moisture on the windshield. So that's what that is for. And of course, you have your low and your high. You have your intensity here where you can adjust between once you're using your automatic rain sensing wipers. You have your back wiper as well. Now, because you have the backup camera washer, you're going to push that away from you if you want to deploy the back windshield washer as well as the backup camera washer. You're going to pull it towards you if you want to deploy the front. Now, going further to the right here, of course, it does have your push button start, so you're going to see that as well. That is standard. You have your trailer brakes also. Now, this particular model does have your 14-inch display here. So once your vehicle is delivered, of course, you'll go through some options here and they'll register your vehicle for what they call your connected services, remote start, things like that. So there's your massaging seats right there, guys. So you have your driver and your passenger. So you touch this right here. Of course, you have 5 different zones where you can target. You can turn it on or not, and you can change the intensity as well. Just one of the many options on the Sequoia 1794. And that's going to be on your platinum models and up on your high-end levels. Now, you do have 3 zones, AC/heat in the Sequoia. So you're going to have your driver, you have your rear right here, and you have your passenger. For the rear, you can actually target the rear here. So if I want to basically raise the temperature on the rear, I can raise that just on the rear alone by pressing this button here. And it's going to target just the rear, okay? So you have your heated and ventilated seats there for your driver. Same thing for your passenger. You have your recycle air. This right here is going to be defrost for your back and your side mirrors. And of course, you have your off button right here. Your automatic, anytime you hit that automatic and you adjust the temperature, the fan is going to fluctuate with that. But if you don't want that, then you can just basically use this right here and just adjust the fan to what you want. And then it just automatically kicks you out of the automatic setting, guys. But on the right-hand side, you'll see a direct tether for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That is wireless. But guys, if you want to charge your phone, you don't want to charge it there, just have them put it right there. You do have a wireless charger right here. So you just lay your phone on there. Your case may hinder that, so it depends on the case. But if it's an iPhone 8 or a Galaxy S8 and above, it will charge that phone. This vehicle does have your electronic parking brake, so that's here. This right here is actually going to be your brake hold. So that's going to hold your brakes in place roughly about 3 minutes. Then it's going to basically establish your parking brakes here. if it goes beyond that 3 minutes. But you'll hear a couple of beeps before it does that. But the only thing you have to do is put your foot on the brakes, press down on the front side of that right there, the bottom side of that, excuse me. And that's really all you have to do. And that's the only time you have to do it. So, of course, you have your different parking statuses here. But if I shift it down to drive and shift it over to sequential shifting, that's what that is. So I can shift my gears between that, okay? So if I want to shift my gears, I can actually shift my gears. You see that S4, S3, those are your gears, guys. So this is a 8-speed automatic transmission. So if I want to use my sequential shifting, just shift it over. So down to drive and then over, and then I can shift my gears if I want. If not, just leave it in drive, and that automatically changes the gears for you. Now, you do have your four-wheel drive here. Here's your transfer case. So you typically want to operate the vehicle in 2-high. If you need 4-high, you can engage 4-high on the fly. That means you can engage it at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. I wouldn't go any higher than that. And like I said, you can do that while you drive. You do not have to stop. Now with your 4-low, it's a little different. You do want to make sure that you put the vehicle in neutral. And then I would go from 4-high, engage it. You'll see 4-high start to blink. And then I would go to 4-low, okay? And you'll see all your traction control and everything turn off. Put it in drive, and you'll feel the vehicle drop into a lower gear. So that is your 4-low, guys. But whenever you're disengaging, you want to do the opposite of that. Put it in neutral, go back to your 4-high, right? So that's your 4-high, and then go to your 2-high, okay? And now you're back to normal. So that is that. Now you do have your different drive modes. You can change that between your sport, your normal, and your eco. That changes your valves according to, it opens up your valves at different intervals and allows air through that system to produce horsepower quicker and faster is what that is for, guys. So you will notice a difference. You do have your tow haul just like you do on the Tundra. So you want to use this anytime you're towing. And what that does, so if you're actually in, say if you're in sports mode, right? Let me show you something. So you're in sports mode, right? I'm gonna press that tow haul. See what it does? It goes back to normal. It turns off that overdrive and basically allows you to basically maintain better control of your load. Now, obviously, if you're towing about 5,000 pounds, then the tow haul would be fine. But if you're towing upwards of 555 plus, I would use your tow haul plus, okay? So once you activate that tow haul, you can turn this knob here, turn that knob right there, and that's gonna activate your tow haul plus. And that just gives you better control over that load. Really just drops it into a lower gear is what that does. So you do have some storage right here as well. So if you want to put some change there, you can. You basically press these buttons here. That allows you greater access to the console here. So you have some more. You see you have a USB-C, USB-A's there. You have some additional storage here, there. And also you have some spaces for change also. So there's your change. You don't have to put it in that other part that I told you about. Just put it right there and it keeps it nice and organized with a nice quarters, dimes, nickels, things like that. So up top, guys, you do have your digital rearview mirror. So if you flip that, that's going to activate that camera in the back. So there's a camera in the back here that actually activates, guys. So that's pretty cool whenever you activate that. And that just basically just restores your view there. So if you basically have some things in the back that's obstructing your view, that's going to reestablish that. You have your home link here on this side. This is additional sort of options here. So if you want to press this right here, that allows you to go between your different things. So if you want to adjust it up or either down, you can do that. You can go from side to side. You can tilt it, you can zoom in, so things like that. If you want to go back to normal, just flip that right there and it goes right back. Of course, you have your lights right here up top. Now you do have a panel roof as well. If I want to basically open just don't want to open the roof, I just want to pull this back here. So that's going to go all the way back. So just touch it and it goes all the way back. You don't have to hold it. So there you go. So it goes all the way back. Now here, if I want to open it up, I'm going to press right here and that's going to open that up, right? So one touch, you don't have to hold it. There you go. So I'm going to close it back. There you go. So you have of course, your rocker switch for your off right here. So if you don't want the lights to come on when the door is open, just leave it off. If I want them to come on with the door, or basically I want the lights all on, turn it there. Just leave it in this setting right here. You have your 10-year complimentary safety connect, so that's what that is for. So if the airbags deploy, anything like that, guys, it automatically calls out the local authorities. If you need an emergency, anything like that, you're going to press this button here and they know where you are according to your GPS location. So it is a really great feature. You'll see speakers all over right here. These are going to help you whenever you're speaking on your Bluetooth or something like that. Whenever you're taking a call, that allows better clarity for that as well. And of course, If you look over here to the right, you do have your 1794 stamped in the wood grain there. And as I mentioned before, you do have your traditional sort of saddle tan interior. Soft touch material all over here, guys. So soft touch material on the dash, on the doors, and it's, like I said, literally, guys, it's all over this car. Now, this vehicle right here does come with your Toyota Guard. Your Toyota Guard is going to give you 2 additional years on top of your Toyota Care, and that's good for any dealership in the continental U.S., Canada, and U.S. territories. If you can get there, you can get it. So that's going to be roadside assistance also for 4 years unlimited miles, guys. So it is a great value. Make sure your vehicle has that Toyota Guard. So looking in the back side of the vehicle, you're going to have your shades on the back right here. That's on the driver's side and the passenger side, those shades there, guys. So you have automatic windows here. So 1 touch down, 1 touch up. It doesn't say that. Toyota used to basically stamp auto on there, but they took it away. But guys, it's still automatic. You still have your pockets right here for the driver and the passenger. And I mentioned that it has a 3rd zone back here, guys. So that is your controls for your 3rd zone right there. So of course your fan speed, you have your heated seats, ventilated seats also. You have it off. Your mode is just going to be your direction. There's your ventilated seats and your heated seats for the passenger side. And if you look down below here, you'll see your USB-A and your USB-Cs there. And you also see another inverter right there where you can charge your devices. Now you do have your traditional mats, your custom mats in the back, just like in the front. Now, as far as your configuration in the 1794 Sequoia, you cannot get a bench seat. With that being said, you're going to have your you're going to have some cup holders here, some additional storage right there where you can place things like that. So in the middle, and then of course you have your armrest right here for your seats. So that'll go down. Now notice anytime you bring that down right there, you go all the way down, you're going to hear a click. You hear that click, you go up. Basically, it's going to hold that position, guys. So that's a really cool feature where it basically just won't lapse there, and basically just gives you that armrest sort of that position there. So that's pretty cool that it does that. So go all the way back up, and then you have to go all the way back down. But as you click it up, it's going to stay in that position. So if you want it in that position, guys, that's where it's going to stay. So that's pretty cool. Now, if you need to basically fold the seats down, these are tumble forward seats, just like in the 4Runner and the Land Cruiser. So you're going to flip those up, and those seats will flip up as well. Those are tumble forward seats. But obviously, if you want them in the down position, you can leave them in the down position. You have your tethers right here on top. And of course, you have your anchors here on the bottom. That's on both sides as well. Here also, you have where you can actually activate and power the seat. So check this out right here, guys. If I want to basically raise or lower those seats, I don't have to hold it. Look right here. It's automatic. So touch it once, and it goes all the way up or all the way back down. So, and then of course, you have your right here where you can actually fold those seats right here. You can slide them back. So this right here. So they have it on the back and on the front also, where I can pull that tab right there, and I can basically slide that seat back or pull it forward. But like I said, if I want to basically fold the seat right here, just touch that right there, guys, and it folds all the way down. So nice and easy, no holding buttons or anything like that in the 1794 Sequoia. So there you go. Now it creates a nice flat surface there. So if I need extra space, guys, I can just fold that seats down, or basically I can change whatever configuration I want. Also in the back as well, you see your lights right here. You see your vents right here. Also, if you look up top, you see your vents where you can open and close. You can change the direction of those vents, and you see your lights, which you can turn on and off as well in the back. So guys, that is another feature that you're going to see in the back as well. And that's going to be in your 3rd row and your 2nd row as well. So if you look up top, that is your panel roof. You do have your chrome sort of chrome plated roof rails there. So these little knockouts right here, these knockouts are for your crossbars. So if you want crossbars, you want to put those crossbars in. So you're going to have one here, and you have one back there as well. I don't know if you guys, so right in there, that is a crossbar right there where you can add it, and that is one there as well. So if you're looking to garage this vehicle, guys, so just a few specs that you might want to know about. As far as the height of this vehicle, it's going to be 74.5 inches. Your ground clearance is going to be about 8.6 inches. The length, overall length, is going to be 208.1. And the overall width of this vehicle, if you need to know that, is going to be 79.8 if you're looking to garage this vehicle. Now also, guys, I mentioned before that it does have a towing package there that is standard. You're going to tow upwards to 9,000 pounds with this Sequoia. Okay, it's just over 9,000 pounds, but that's kind of your threshold. I would stay around 9,000 pounds. This vehicle will tow 9,000 pounds easy. So guys, that is your 2025 Sequoia 1794 edition. Once again, this is a trim level. This is not a package. This is the windshield pearl color, but you do have other colors as well. Thank you guys again for joining me. If you know anybody looking for a Sequoia, you can find this one right here at Fred Anderson Toyota here in Raleigh. This one is spoken for, guys, but there are several others out there that we can get for you. So guys, what do you think about the 2025 Sequoia 1794? Is it now your favorite vehicle? It's surely a favorite of mine. If you like that saddle tan interior, guys, which a lot of people do, this is the vehicle for you. You don't need a Tundra, but you need a Sequoia. Guys, that's your vehicle. Thanks again for following me. Find me right here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Under Drives. And make sure you guys like and subscribe, so therefore when I drop the next review or the next Toyota tip, you stay informed. Thanks again for following me. We'll see you guys next time right here at Under Drives.